Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another live training session here on YouTube at vidIQ. I'm Dan. I'm here filling in for Liron today, and we will be going through all of the tools and strategies to help you grow on YouTube simply by just being the best at optimization, knowing exactly what you need to do every single time you go to post a video on YouTube. That is what our training covers every single week. We take you through all the tools, and not just all of our vidIQ tools, which you should totally download, by the way. It's linked in the description. And you can also get 30 days of all of our whole suite of tools, everything, free. So check that out. Be sure to download that because we're going to be showing you things that are free and that are also on our paid tools as well. We're going to take you through them, not only show you how to use them, but show you how they can be used properly to get your videos discovered the next time you go live with a new video on YouTube. So I didn't get any water for this, which is great. I am here a little bit early. The stream starts normally in about 15 minutes from now, but we like to get in a little bit early. Welcome everybody who is potentially new and who hasn't seen this live stream before. So if that is you, let us know right now in chat. Hashtag new. I want to see how many people are here right now who have never seen this particular live stream before, or maybe you've just never been to vidIQ before. You've just downloaded the tool, you got this strange email inviting you to come to this live stream, and you're like, huh, this could be cool. I could learn a thing or two. So let's see. We have some folks saying old. That's certainly okay as well. We have moderators here as well. A whole bunch of people saying new in the chat. Very old. Cal coaches, thank you. Our moderators are here to keep the peace, and if you have some questions, you'll find them generally answering you throughout the live stream. However, we like to save our questions for the end of the stream because we can, all go through them together. What happens is in about maybe a little more than 10 minutes, I'm going to hit live on a video. You're going to be watching a pre-recorded training session that Liron did a while back. He's going to take you through everything. I want you to take notes. I want you to note down any questions you might have. And then after that's over, I'm going to come back and we'll be taking your questions. So that is why we do this live. It is so that you can get some instant gratification when you watch this and go, okay, I have like 100 questions. And hopefully we can answer those for you in the next half of the live stream. So it's going to be just a little bit more. I'm going to sit here and hang out with you guys. Let's say hello to some names. Let's try to pronounce some of these names and fail miserably. Let's see. We have Hyped for Games. That's a cool name. Impromptu Interviews. I like that. We have Mohit Marwa, maybe. I don't know. Excellent Dude is here. We talk about your channel quite a bit. Excellent Dude has an Excel channel. They talk about Excel, and so their name is Excellent Dude. And we really, really appreciated that. We saw them on a Channel Audit live stream, and just a great example of a channel that's doing a lot of things right. They've niched down, they're very focused, and they have fantastic channel art too. It's all very on brand. Always nice to see names in here we recognize. Thank you for coming back. We have, let's see, Thick Muffin. We have, I'm going to scroll down here to the more recent chat messages with everybody saying hi. Oh my goodness. The C Bros. That Editor Cody. Shadowbit Gaming. Movie Clips. Anthony J. Moore. How's it going? Welcome everybody. I missed a lot of your names. Thank you for being here. So yeah, like I said before, please take notes. I know it seems silly to come to a YouTube live stream and have a pen and paper or have a note document opened on another monitor. You're like, why would I do that? Just show me the thing. Show me the secret to growing on YouTube. And I'm going to, but there's a lot of things. There's not one little tiny thing you're not doing that's not helping you grow. It could be a number of things. And we're going to show you soup to nuts. We're going to show you everything front to back, what you can do from conceptualizing a video that's going to get discovered to giving it everything it needs after you hit publish to get discovered. And even after you hit publish, we're going to go through that too. What can you learn from videos after you've published them and they've come back with some numbers, some comments, some views, things like that. And we're going to take you through all of it. So it's a lot. It's a lot of information. It could be, I never time this video. I feel like it's about 40 minutes. I could be wrong. Maybe it's a little shorter than that. But it's a lot of information, which is why we ask you to take notes and keep your questions till the end. That's also another great place to write down your questions. Scratch them on your notepad real quick. Like, how do you? And another thing I like to remind people too is the question we get the most during this live stream Guess what it is? It's how do I get more views? And or it's always coupled with how do I get more subscribers? And there's different ways to ask that. How do I get my video seen? Nobody's watching my video. What do I do? All of those forms of how do I get more views and subscribers. That question, that very question, is what we're answering over the course of this training this afternoon. So when you come back with your questions, try to be a little more specific, because if Wish Gaming, who's here in chat, said, how do I get more subscribers? Without doing a full-blown channel audit, which we don't do, by the way, that's on Tuesdays. We're not doing that here today. So you missed that. That was yesterday. But yeah, without going into Wish Gaming's channel and seeing what they're doing, what they're not doing, and so on and so forth, I can't really answer that. But if I get a specific question, like, you know, I posted a video about this thing and it's doing really well, but I don't really love it. What do I do? I don't really love it, meaning I don't love making this type of content, but now it's taking off. We get that one a lot. Those are the kind of questions I'm going to be looking for when I come back to do that. Okay. Already seeing some folks here talking about different types of channels they have, seeing some Fortnite. How do you get ranked tags? These are all really good questions too. Some of these will be answered in the actual training itself. But getting ranked tags is literally just using tags that actually are a little more common. You know, if you just type in some nonsense in the keyword area of your video, it's not going to rank. You know, it's nonsense. But if you use tags that other people are using, they're actually getting searched. There you go. So we're going to cover all of those things here in just about 7 or 8 more minutes. And let's see, what else could we talk about real quick before we go into that training? Let me know in one word what type of channel you have. Now, you can just say gaming if you want, or fishing or whatever, but you can be specific. How specific can you be in one word? What type of channel do you have? One word is probably not enough for some of you to describe your channels. I always say if you can't describe your channel in 3 words, you're probably doing too many things on YouTube. So I'm just going to see some of these words that come in here. Minecraft, one that just says gaming, one that says sports, gaming, Minecraft, food. Okay, food, that's good. An update channel, so that's not specific at all. What updates for what? Let's YouTube updates. A no copyright music channel. So, all right, cool. Energy. True Power has an energy channel. See, I like that. I like your name coupled with the type of channel you have. Some of you are using 2 words and cramming them together. That's cheating. Reactions. .io games. Okay, that's pretty specific. So you're playing the games that end in .io, which is actually, that is a genre. That's a lot of cool little games. Sims. All right, nice. Montages. Star Wars theories. Funny Roblox, but it was crammed together. I see what you did there. I'm still reading them if it's not one word, but I'm interested to see how many of you can get it down to one word. Compilations, montages, cooking, poultry. Well, that's interesting. Poultry, okay. All right. Roblox gaming. Aviation. One of you said dancing channel, but it's gone now. I don't know who said that. Cool. So that exercise right there is something not just for me to enjoy here in chat. That is one of the things we try and get through to people. A lot of times who are starting on YouTube. You probably won't be surprised to learn a lot of people start on YouTube and they just kind of upload stuff. They use their channel as a place to house some content, not just maybe from games they play, but just stuff that happens in the world. Maybe they went to an event or a concert or something, and so they took a clip with their phone and they thought it was really awesome because the singer on the stage pointed at them and they're like, yeah, that's going to my YouTube channel. But a lot of people, you know, upload like that and then they don't get any views, nothing happens, and they're like, well, I just, you know, the lead singer of my favorite band like acknowledged me while they were on stage and I couldn't get any views from that. And you know, that could be because of a number of things, but the biggest thing is how often can you do that? How often can you go to concerts and interact with the artists on the stage? Because that could be a whole channel if that's something, if you have backstage access, for example. But if you're generally a gaming channel and you go do something cool out in the real world, you probably shouldn't be uploading that to your gaming channel, you know, because now the people who subscribe for your games are coming back and they're going, when are you going to play the game? I'm just noticing, like, okay, funny video of your cat. That's cool. But like, you were playing this game the other day, I was really into it, you know? You want to make sure your channels are focused. All right, what do we got here? Beyonce said hi to Dan. The rumor mill has been started. I didn't mean to start the rumor mill, but I would encourage it at this point. I'll take that. All right, we are getting ready to start. I just realized how loud my microphone was. I apologize for that. Let me adjust some settings here. There we go. Check, check, check. There we go. That's better. You guys probably didn't notice a difference at all, but I'm seeing stuff on my end that indicates I should probably fix that. We're always adjusting the quality of our content. Look at that. We got a super chat from The Goose. You just wanted me to say The Goose. We saw your name yesterday. I don't know what it was about your name. Thank you for the super chat. I don't know what it was about your name, but I was very excited. Still am. The Goose. So, there you go. What else can I do to improve my channel? Well, 3D Flick, you're in the right place because in just about 3 minutes, we're going to tell you in great detail. So just wait. I'm only here early to help you guys get ready. So if you just joined us and you're like, when's the live stream starting? I've been letting everybody know they should grab a pen and paper or an iPad or have a note document on their second monitor, however you prefer to take notes, and get ready for a whole bunch of training, not just on vidIQ tools, but on YouTube strategy as well. We're going to take you through all of it. How to conceptualize a video that's going to get discovered, all the way to after you publish it. How did that video do? What can you learn from it? We're taking you through the whole thing, and then I'm going to come back after that and answer your questions. So as you're taking notes, be sure you're writing down those questions. We really appreciate it because I can answer those for everybody rather than answering you in chat and, you know, not actually getting to have a discussion about the things you're asking. I also see another super chat coming in from Zayn. Thank you so much for the super chat. Certainly appreciated. Certainly not required. So there it is. Thank you so much. There we go. Thank you for hanging out with me as we are about to kick this off and entertaining me with saying hello and telling me if you're new or you're old or letting me know what kinds of channels you have. Yeah, I'm really excited to see everybody here. We have over 200 people. If you haven't already, feel free to hit the like button. If you're hesitant to hit the like button, you're like, well, I haven't really started yet. I don't know if I like this. You can always retract your like if you want. But I think you're going to get something out of this, especially if you haven't seen it before and you just got all these vidIQ tools and you're like, the heck do I do with all of these? There's a lot of buttons and gizmos and gadgets in front of me right now. We're going to show you all of it. True power with the super chat, $3. Thank you so much. You guys are beyond generous with super chats. This information we present to you for free. You absolutely do not need to be doing that, but thank you. And yeah, we got 1 more minute before it starts. So get ready. Like I said, something to take notes with. Get your questions down on paper so we can answer them for everybody when Q&A starts. And yeah, this part you're about to see, pre-recorded, but that is for the purpose of keeping you guys focused, and it makes sure we can go through as much information as possible in as short a time as possible. If we did all of these tool overviews live, it'd probably take a lot longer. So this video is a lot more narrowed down to everything you need to know. And if you haven't already, be sure you download vidIQ's suite of tools. It is actually pinned at the top of this chat right now. 30-day full access to all the vidIQ tools when you use that link for new customers above. So be sure you go click that, download the tools, make sure you authenticate your channel, do all of that fun stuff, and you will have access to everything you're going to be seeing here right now. We are going into the training. Thank you for joining us this afternoon, and I hope you get a lot out of this. But if you have any questions, just wait. I'll be back in whenever the training ends.
vidIQ. vidIQ.
vidIQ.com.
Hello everybody, welcome and thank you for joining us for another vidIQ training session. My name is Liron Segev. I am the Director of Customer Success here at vidIQ, which means that every day I work with creators big and small, helping them level up their channels, get more subscribers, more views in less time, and that's exactly what I'm going to do with you today. Now today is not about theory. It's not about making good thumbnails, because we know all of that, and if you missed out on any of that information on the vidIQ channel, which you've just subscribed to if you haven't already, we have so much value, so many videos about those particular topics. You can go and consume them at your own time. But today it's not about that. Today it's about the practical steps. You know, the thing at vidIQ is a lot of us have our own channels. We're all creators, and therefore we understand the frustrations that you go through as a creator. We've all been there. We all know the frustration of filming a video, spending time editing it, uploading it, and then nothing happens, or a handful of views. Ridiculously frustrating and almost like demoralizing. Do I really want to do this YouTube thing? So that is what today's training is all about, the practical steps. Now, if you don't have vidIQ, that's perfectly fine. You can still hang out with us, no problem. If you are here as a way of saying thank you, in the description below, there's a link to the vidIQ tools. Go and download them, and then for the next 30 days, it will just unlock all the beautiful goodness that's in your channel. And believe it or not, there is goodness, and I'm going to show you how to tap into that. And that's what these tools are about. They're about unlocking that frustration, unlocking the goodness that you have, unlocking the way forward. How do you build your channel? How do you grow? How do you get your audience? And this is what I'm going to show you today. So YouTube is made up of 3 Ds, and when you can unlock all 3 of those, that is when magic happens. That is when your channel really blows up. It happened to me. I can tell you from first-hand experience on my channel. So this is critical stuff, and that's why I want to share this with you. Very excited to do this. So the first D is all about discovery. If YouTube doesn't know about your latest creation, it could be absolutely mind-blowingly amazing. Well, it's not going to discover it. And therefore, people are not going to know about it. Therefore, people are not going to find it. And therefore, it's going to remain with very, very little views. And again, we're going to go deep into all of this. So the first D is about discovery. The second D is about delivery. Are you as a content creator delivering value to your audience? YouTube looks at that. So what I mean by that is, are you using clickbait to get people just to click and then they don't like it and they leave? Are people loving your content so they're watching so much more of us and they're commenting and giving you those thumbs up? That's important. And that's the second D. It's about delivering. And then finally, the third D is about distribution. When you get those first 2 right, YouTube looks at those signals and says, okay, got a video here. It's being loved by its own audience. Let me go and distribute this to a bigger audience. Let me go find a new audience for this video. Oh, and when that happens, that is when you get those fresh new eyes on those videos, and that is when your subscribers grow, and that is when your views grow. Okay, so where do all good YouTube videos begin? They begin in the kitchen. Of course, that's where all good YouTube videos begin, right? If I tell you right now, stop what you're doing, go to your kitchen, go to open up some random cupboards, take up some random ingredients, mix them all together, and then stick it in your oven, what are the odds that a beautiful pizza is going to come out of that? Probably not much, right? But if I tell you, hold on, don't grab random ingredients. I need you to grab the following. There's some tomato sauce, there is some flour, there is some eggs, there is cheese, there is olives, there is whatever. And I give you the steps, and I tell you these are the steps to get the dough going. And then you get the sauce, and then you get the cheese on top, and then stick it in the oven for this temperature, for this long. Then what are the odds of a beautiful pizza coming out? Beautiful and amazing. The way we all approach our videos is the first bit. We take our camera, we run out, we shoot hours and hours of video, we come home, we drop it onto our computers, we edit it, we copy and move scenes around, we add B-roll, it looks amazing, we slap a title, slap a thumbnail, upload it, and then hope that something comes out of that. Hope that a beautiful pizza comes out of that and people love it. That's not going to work, is it? But so that's why I want to focus today on the exact steps that you need to take to follow the recipe. Follow the YouTube recipe. Like we did with our pizza, I want to give you the exact those steps that you need to do for your next video. Okay, so it's going to get good. There's lots of information. It's going to come at you fast and furious. Again, if you don't have vidIQ, it's in the description below. Grab it before we get going. This will be available on the replay. So in case you missed anything, or I speak too fast, or you need more information, no problem. Don't worry, after the session is done, you can come back to this. Okay, so now that we have pizza in mind, and a lot of us are going to get hungry round about now, well, that's good motivation to go through this training with me. So you ready for this? Let's start off with making a video pizza. We're going to make a video about pizza. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my search bar. This is where I start. I start by putting in my word or my phrase, and the first thing I want to understand is the landscape. Now remember, we're using pizza here. Of course, this will work for absolutely anything else. I just want to show you an example we all understand because, well, you get this basically around the world. So let's have a look at this. So pizza is my key phrase. I'm going to make a video about pizza. I'm not really sure what yet, but I know that that's what I want to focus on. So vidIQ reveals a whole bunch of information. Highest view video, 28 million. Okay, that looks good. Top creator is a channel called Tasty. Okay, interesting. But look at this, volume. The volume here is 82. It's in the green. What does that mean? It means there's lots of people who are actually searching for our particular key phrase, our pizza key phrase. Do you go out and make a video immediately? No, because you got to look at competition. And you can see the competition is very high. What does that mean? Lots of people are searching for pizza related content, but there's also lots of channels, lots of videos delivering. So therefore, it's going to be very, very difficult to make a video just about pizza. So do we just give up? No. Here is where this tip comes into play. Now, this is important. This actually will change your research. We're going to do this. We're going to go out here to our search bar, and what we're going to do is the alphabet walkthrough. So pizza space A, B, C, D. What is it showing you? It's showing me autocomplete. In other words, so many people have searched for the word pizza and dough recipe that YouTube makes it a little bit easier for the next person to start typing pizza space D. We assume they're going to go for this dough recipe. Oh, look, there it is. Dough without yeast. Pizza dough recipe without yeast. How does this help us? How does this help us as content creators? Well, this is a good indication of what people are searching for. If people are searching for pizza dough recipe without yeast, that gives us a beautiful direction for our video. We're going to make a video about pizza dough, and we're going to use the word dough, recipe, and yeast, because those seem to be the popular words. Remember, we're only on the D. E, F, G. Look how many titles come up here that you can actually use for your video. This is where you start really understanding YouTube search. So remember, YouTube is a search engine. What do you do in search engines? You ask questions. So don't forget, don't just do the A, B, C, D walkthrough. Go to the beginning of the phrase and then type in the what. What pizza looks like around the world? What's pizza to your body? What pizza is the best? What? Where? When? Why? How? Okay. And all of a sudden, look at this. How Pizza Hut makes pizza. How pizza rolls are made. How pizza is made in Domino's. What does this show you? It's telling you what people are currently searching for. Go and make your videos based on these. That's how you get those initial eyeballs, those initial reactions, because you're answering somebody's question. Autocomplete is a beautiful way to understand the YouTube algorithm and what people are currently searching for. If you can marry up a video title to a query, that is where you win. Remember, we're still in research mode, okay? So let's have a look at this video. This video, it says, the best homemade pizza you'll ever eat. Views, 19 million views on this. So by most indication, 19 million views is a good views for your video. I mean, we all would love 19 million views on our videos. But does that mean that this channel is winning? In other words, is this a good video for this channel? Because remember, this channel has got 18 million subscribers. So is 19 million views like a regular video for them? Or is it a real video for them? Well, let's find out. So 19 million views, here is what the problem with views is. Views doesn't take time into account. In other words, this video was launched in 2018. Did it get all of its views right at the beginning, or did it take years to get to these numbers? Did it take a day, a month, a week, a year, 3 years? How many years did it take to get to this 19 million? Why is that important? Because it tells me about relevancy. Is this video relevant today? So, for example, the iPhone 1 or the Samsung Note 1 phone that came out. Now, I'm a tech geek, so I'm going to use technology examples. But let's just say that video came out of the iPhone 1. When it came out, millions of views on those videos. But is it still relevant today? That's the question. How many people are still searching today? If all you saw was that this video has got 19 million views and you went ahead and made a video all around this topic, well, you're going to be missing the boat here because this might not be relevant today. So what do? We'll show you something called VPH, views per hour. And essentially what views per hour is, it's telling me right now how many people are watching this video. So as you can clearly see, there is still lots and lots and lots of interest in this particular video, in this particular title. And in fact, if you look at historical trends, you can see it was doing okay, and all of a sudden, boom, a big surge. It's obviously the times that we're in, people are interested in making homemade pizza, and therefore this video is getting all that beautiful momentum. So remember, evergreen content. This is another example of something that was live in 2018. And look, it just was okay, and now just picked up traction. So very important to remember the evergreen content. So when you launch a video, don't panic straight away if it doesn't get those beautiful views. You just never know when your time will come. This is 2 years later, and look at those numbers. Beautiful, just popping. So again, a total number of views doesn't indicate if it's a good video today. So we show you views per hour. Very, very important. The next thing we look at is, did they use any Reddit? So there's a couple of Reddit instructions, a little bit of Facebook going on here. But look at this. This is beautiful. This tells me that, remember I asked you earlier, 19 million views on a channel with 18 million subscribers. Is this okay or not? Is this a great video, a bad video? Well, we'll tell you that. The compare views in the first 28 days tools is exactly the tool that you need. Because if you have a look at this, you say, this video, I want to compare it to this channel's average. This channel's average is a little pink at the bottom. This video is the one in blue. After 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 7 days, so now we can see. After 7 days, this channel typically gets 122,000 to 194,000 views on a video. But this video got a 2.6 million views in the first 7 days. What does this tell me? It's telling me this is an outlier video. This is an exceptional video. And therefore, I am absolutely going to research this video, the title, the thumbnail, the description, the tags that they used, look what it's ranking for. I want to understand all of this so that I can make my video as close to this as possible. If YouTube is currently suggesting this video and it's an outlier video for this channel, well, I am one to be able to get in on that. Now, this video tells you more. This tool tells you more. Not just this channel's average. You can actually look at your channel's average. So this video compared to your own channel's average. This video compared to the last video you watched. Any video, any playlist, any channel, and then the competitor's average. And I'll show you that shortly as well. So very, 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 very powerful tool. It tells you exactly what you need to know. This is a good video. Lots of views per hour. Trending topic. Still relevant today. I am absolutely going to investigate this if I was making a pizza video. Remember, we're still in research mode. We're still in the first D, that first D of being discovered. So we may have some title ideas. What about thumbnails? What should we be going after? Well, in research mode, we still want to be discovered. We go to the vidIQ tools on the left-hand side, and there's something called competitors. Click on that. And this essentially loads up all the people who are doing similar stuff to you in your industry. This, for us, this is the people that we work with, people that we attend events with, other YouTube teachers here, and we want to understand what's going on. Now, why is it important? Because YouTube knows that we don't watch one video about one item and then go make a buying decision. We watch multiple videos about the same item. Therefore, what we want to understand is what's going on in the industry. What are our competitors doing? Remember, this is sorted by views per hour. So I can see which topic is getting more attention. I want to see what their thumbnails are like. Are they still good, lots of text, still faces? What's their titles? Are they long titles? Are they short titles? All this gives me good indication. Am I still on the right track? Now remember, in your industry, it's going to be different people. You have to load up yourselves, the people that you look up to, people you want to work with. And when you see it, you start getting a good picture and a good idea. Now I'll tell you what else it does. YouTube is all about trends. YouTube knows that when a trend comes out, it becomes a hot topic, people are talking about it, people are researching it, and therefore it's going to serve more and more content. So imagine in this industry, if we saw that everybody's talking about a specific topic, a specific YouTube tool. Maybe something new has come out. And our competitors have started talking about that. Well, of course, we're going to understand that. We want to get in on that action as well. In your industry, is going to be exactly the same. Maybe everybody is starting to talk about the upcoming big vacation or the upcoming big holiday in your country. Maybe it's Mother's Day, whatever it may be. If people are starting to talk about it, means the industry is starting to talk about that particular holiday. In other words, search results are coming in. In other words, you can start jumping on this. So it's a good way to keep an eye on your competitors, keep an eye on what they're doing, what are they saying, what do they look like, and is there anything that you need to change? Don't go and copy them, because obviously that's not a good strategy, but go and understand what's going on. Know your competitive landscape. Very, very important. So that is competitors. Go and load up a whole bunch, and the value here is insane, especially when it comes to trend. Because trend is where it's at, the next tool I'm going to show you is called the Trend Alerts. Now, Trend Alerts, this is very important. Trend Alerts changes your channel. Here is why. You give it an alert name, and then you say, here's my keyword. So basically what I'm saying to vidIQ is anytime somebody makes a video with this keyword in from any of these competitors or from the whole of YouTube, when that video gets more than, let's just say, 1,000 views per hour, remember, per hour, not in total. When that video gets more than 1,000 views per hour, each week, send me a report that looks like this. Now, why is this important and how does this change channels? Well, what will end up happening is you'll see that a certain style of video has gone from 1,000 views per hour to 5,000 views per hour to 10,000 views per hour. Okay, something is happening. Something's happening over there. I need to understand that because it's going to be your keyword. So it's going to be related to your industry. You know what those big keywords are. And as soon as you see them, you know that you want to jump in on that action and get in on the trend really, really, really early on. So many channels have changed completely because they realized that a certain keyword has become hot, is just starting to roll. They've seen channels go from 500 views per hour on a video to 1,000 views per hour on a video to 5,000 views per hour on a video. Well, it means there's a big hunger for that keyword. Could I make a video with that keyword? Could I make on that topic? And if you can jump in on those trends really, really, really early on. Remember, we're still in the D for discovery. We've done our research. We've done the what, where, when, how. We've done the alphabet walkthrough with our keywords. We have seen which are cool videos. We've marked them so we know to go back to them and research them. We've seen what our competitors are doing, our trend alert sets. The next thing is most viewed. And essentially what most viewed is everything that's going on that's happening on YouTube right now. Now, before you tell me, yes, there is the trending page, very well aware of it, but this is different. Do you know why? Because this sorts out the hot videos on YouTube sorted by views per hour. This video is getting 300,000 views per hour. This video is 146,000 views per hour. So why is this important? Well, first of all, you're in the YouTube game. You need to know what's working on YouTube as a whole, even when it's out of your niche. And here you can see that certain topics are working really, really well. What's the thumbnail like? How clean is it? How much text is there? What is their titles? Is it long? Is it short? All these questions you need to be asking all the time so you can understand how clean these are. Look at this, just something I can pick up immediately. There's no text. Look at that, very little text, if any. Big bright colors, and these are kids content, and they're still doing well on YouTube. Again, even this, Chadwell Clay, great channel, no text. Marquez Brownlee to do with technology. The only text here is the $3.99 the price. You're learning all the time from what's going on. Now you can take it a step further. What you can say is, look, love this guy, but he's got a channel with, what, millions and millions of subscribers. It's nowhere near where I am. No problem. You go down here to channel subs, and you can change it. You can say, show me only channels that are in the bronze, 10 to 100,000 subs, or 100,000 to 1,000,000 subs, something closer to your world, so that you can learn what's working in that industry, in that subscriber range, and make videos accordingly. You can also do research here with search terms, the various categories, the various countries, and all of this helps you with being discovered. And that's the most important thing. doing that research before you touch that camera, before you rush out and spend hours of your life making a video that is not going to get those views. Spend the time rather doing this here. Okay, so we've seen the videos. We've looked at our competitors. We have done our research. We've looked at what's trending. We've looked at what's working on the whole of YouTube. We looked at it in our research mode. We're now armed. We go and create our video. Okay, now that we've got our video, what do we do next? Okay, so you've done your video, you've uploaded it, and now it's time to feed it all that beautiful, juicy information in your titles, your descriptions, your tags, and your thumbnail. So let's look at these tools. The most important thing for me when it comes to YouTube is the thumbnail and the title in combination. Not in isolation, but together. Why? Well, here's what happens. When somebody's doing a search on YouTube, they perhaps will scroll down and your thumbnail has one mission: to get them to stop and go, "Oh, what's that?" And then they glance over and they look at your title. And together, they're either going to decide to click or not to click. A great thumbnail with a rubbish title is not enticing enough, and vice versa. An amazing title, but with a thumbnail that doesn't get somebody's attention, also not good enough. They're not going to stop and click, but it's got to work together. So this is one of the greatest tools. I love this completely. It's called Preview in Search Results. This is brand new, and this will be a game changer as well. So what do? We want to understand how will my video look like when other people are doing a search. So let's just say the question is how to get 1,000 subscribers. So let's write that in. How to get 1,000 subscribers. And I'm going to say preview and search. Now look what's going to happen. We're going to come up here. This is the video. And this shows me the videos, other videos in this industry. Now we're very lucky because our next video is actually a vidIQ video. So I'm asking myself the question, will this thumbnail get people to stop and click compared to the other videos around it? That is beautiful. Also, I get to see everybody else's titles. I can make changes right here. And not only can I make changes to the title, I can click on preview changes, and it would actually change it right here as well. So now I can constantly am optimizing my video to be discovered. So remember I said it's your thumbnail and your title in combination, because that's going to get someone to stop what they're doing like this and go, "Oh, what's this? That is colorful. That's got text, got information. I want to click on that." Now remember, it shows it to me on the search screen, but we all know that home screen is pretty big on YouTube too. That's where a lot of people are finding their information. So now it shows me, look what my icon looks like, my graphics look like on the home screen. Look how it just stands out. All the colors. And that's why people click on this video. And again, I can see this on desktop, I can see this in tablet mode, and I can see it on mobile as well. I want to make sure I'm continuously optimizing my search results, because this is where you win. It's about understanding what your thumbnail and your title look like together compared to the people above you and the people below you. Because as soon as you can get someone's attention with an amazing thumbnail and a great title, this is where you win the click. I love this preview results. Go ahead and use them continuously. You can search for any phrases. We can optimize it here. How to get 100 subs. Let's just say that's get the results there. Okay, now you can see we're very similar to this. So if I was going after the first 100 subs, I will perhaps not use the same thumbnail because it's too similar to this. I would use, another vidIQ one. See how different that is? And that's what you want. How to stop somebody's attention to be able to go, wow, what is this? Click. Now, remember that YouTube knows what your video is about. It's got enough AI systems to understand the content. It's automatically captioning your videos. So it's got all this data. So title and descriptions and your tags simply augment what YouTube already knows. It makes sure that it allocated it correctly. So we always want to write for humans. Don't try keyword stuff this with lots of keywords just to try and get YouTube algorithm to jump around. That used to work back in the day. It does not work anymore because YouTube's smarter than that. So write for people. Write in a way that somebody will want to click. Your description. Put some effort into your description. So give a great opening line, because that's the preview line that people will see. And then now timestamps. Make sure you spend time putting in timestamps. YouTube is experimenting with new features. There's things like chapters. We're going to see more and more of this come into play, especially as we go towards voice. So make sure that you put in timestamps into your videos, helping YouTube help you. So when someone on Google does a quick search of how to double down on quality or quantity, well, maybe this is a good enough phrase that YouTube will recommend this video. So you need to spend time and effort in here. So which keywords do you use? Well, this is where tags come in. So whilst tags aren't as important as they used to be, you absolutely still need to be using tags. So you start typing here Mother's Day, and here you can already see a whole bunch of Mother's Day related tags that pop in here. So let's select this one, but watch this. Okay, click into here. Now we've got a whole wealth of information. Now what we can see here is Mother's Day gift ideas, but look at this. We also show you the related keywords. We show you the most used keywords, the search volume, the competition, the overall score, and all of these are basically searchable and indexable so that you can go through and say, well, which tags do I want to use? Mother's Day gift looks like a good one, and simply click on the plus button and it will add that tag. All of this information simply helps your video to get better classification. And even though tags by themselves don't matter, when you feed the beast, it helps you with your videos. So many people are just ignoring tags altogether, and that is a big, big mistake. It's all about building those relationships between your videos and other videos, other search results, and tags help you do that. Okay, so use your tags. Now, the big thing here is, when do you make your video public? When do you launch your video? So YouTube looks at various factors. And when it knows about your video, it knows the content, it knows what your title is, it knows what your thumbnail's like. What it doesn't know, if it's a good or a bad video, it has no idea. So it looks for signals. And one of those signals is, do people watch when you make it public? So the best way to do that is to launch your video during a time where people are actually online. So this tool tells you that. Best time to publish, broken down by day. And it knows that if I'm going to launch a video on a Wednesday, my audience happens to be online between these times. So I should probably launch my video just before that, so to get all that upwards traffic as people are joining. This is an important signal. If you make your video available and people are watching it instantly, YouTube says, oh, there must be value here because people are watching, and they're watching for more than 50%. So I want to be able to translate that into maybe trying with another audience. And that's where distribution starts to happen, because YouTube is getting all these glorious signals to say that this is a good quality video. And that is how you unlock distribution. So launch your video when your public is online. And a good ninja tip here is, try not to launch whenever you can schedule a video. What I mean by that is, you can schedule a video to launch on the hour, or every half an hour, or even every 15 minutes. Or so 9, 9:15, 9:30, for example. But if you launch your video at 9:48, it's such a weird time that no other companies schedule their videos to launch at that, because you can't. So now you have an opportunity to stand out amongst those notifications. Less notifications, more odds, the odds are much better that your subscriber actually gets the notifications. So just a little bonus tip there. As we scroll further down, a lot of vidIQ SEO scores that are right here. We've even got the checklist. Let me make sure that I've done everything. Have I got a card? Have I got an end screen? We don't enable monetization, so I'm obviously going to see the X. Have I shared it on Twitter, made it public, etc.? So we're just keeping you on track, a nice little running track to make sure that you're ticking all the right boxes and ticking all the right marks here. Okay, so we've done our research. We're going to get discovered. We've done the first D. The second D is that we are now launched our video. We've launched at the right time. And now we hope it's up to YouTube to distribute that video as much as possible. We're obviously going to help it along with social media and our own efforts to get the video seen, but we're hoping the YouTube algorithm kicks in. Well, YouTube rewards people that deliver. So it's quality over quantity. How do we know if you're delivering? Well, this is where this tool comes in. It's called the Channel Audit tool. Now, this is the tool I was missing when I was building up my YouTube channel, because I needed something that I can push a button that will tell me what's working and what isn't working. I don't know about you, but I don't want to spend 10 hours of my day trying to decipher little numbers and exporting reports from YouTube Analytics to try to work out what's working and what isn't. I want to push a button, and this is what this does. The Channel Audit does exactly that. It says, okay, over the last 30 days, is my channel growing or shrinking? So I can see views, subscribers, watch time. If it's going up, great. If it's going down, why? Did maybe I have a viral video last month and don't have one this month? Okay, so I understand. So it gives me that information. The next thing I want to look at is content to double down on. And essentially what that means, this is content that you need to make more of. People love this content. It's broken down into views per hour. Which videos are giving me views per hour? How many views per hour does each one of these videos give me? What's the engagement rate? What's the views? Subscribers gained. How many subscribers per 1,000 views? So it gives me an idea of what's bringing in my subscribers to my channel. And now I know that if people are loving this content, make more of this content. Simple as that. And down here, total watch time, average watch time, top retention. These are the stuff that YouTube loves, and YouTube rewards you for it. So if you can mix these together, find the trend on your channel and see what works and make more of that, you'll very quickly discover these certain elements that your channel, that people love, and these certain channel stuff that they don't love. So for example, in how to make the best pizza recipes, maybe you're going to make 5 different pizza recipes, and every time you use the word pepperoni, it doesn't rank up here. Because you know what? People didn't love that. Where do you see it? In the content that could use work. This is the stuff that didn't really work too well. Well, why not? Lowest average watch time, lowest retention, lowest like ratio, lowest views, videos losing subs. What does that mean? Well, people didn't really engage with our content. Why not? Do we just not make it? No, we go and we understand why these things not work. What's going on here? Could we do something better to improve it? So things are always going to be up here. So pepperoni lands up down here. Don't make pepperoni recipes. Only make the stuff that works up here. Now another section in the middle is called the top search terms. What are people searching to get your channel, to get the information? What are the click rates for your end screen? The card click rates. What does this? All this tells you? Well, these are the search terms. So if I make more videos with these search terms, guess what? More views, more subscribers. End screens. You can see how when I'm referring to certain elements in my end screens, they're working better than other end screens. The call to subscribe on our end screen isn't really working. We're not getting much out of this. But best for viewer seems to be doing a lot better. Channel seems to be doing a lot better. On your cards, polls, look at this. 71% of people are engaging in polls. We're going to make more polls. Playlist is doing okay. Not so bad, but not as good as polls. So we're going to use more polls in our videos. So you see how all this information really helps you understand the second D. Are you delivering? Because when you deliver, that is when distribution happens. And remember, this is for 30 days. We can even drop it down to 60 and 90 days. I always look at this on my personal channel between 30 days, and then I look at it at 90 days. I want to smooth out any highs, smooth out any lows, and just get an idea of what's actually working. So I look at my content to double down on, look for those trends, what are the search terms, and what didn't work so well. Down here, well, I see a little bit of information. I'm using a lot of characters, but look down here, items to improve upon. Here it says to me, okay, there's videos without cards. 12 videos don't have an end screen, and 6 videos are not added to a playlist. I can go into each one of these and instantly fix it straight from here. So it always keeps a good housekeeping in check. Channel Audit tool is it's almost your savior. It's the best thing that you need for your channel because it's the unemotional version that tells you what's working and what isn't working. So now we have done the first D. We have been discovered. We have done the second D. We are delivering. We're spending lots and lots of time in our Channel Audit tool to understand what's working and what isn't working. and we're constantly giving our audience the stuff that's working. They're loving it, they're giving us subscribers, and they're giving us views. That is what it's all about. And when you do that well enough, once you spend a lot of time doing this, you're going to go into your achievements and you're going to start unlocking achievements. We've unlocked the 500,000 subscriber achievement. And don't worry, this is customized for your channel. So if you haven't hit a certain achievement, don't think you have to wait till 500,000. But now, why this is important? Because when you unlock an achievement, it generates a certificate. And this certificate is a great way to help build your audience. Here is why. When you have an achievement and you share it on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, wherever you share it, people are going to say, wow, I'm part of this journey. Your audience is part of that journey. They love being part of people's journeys. They retweet, they like, give you a shout out for being successful. Well done. And that grows your community because other people see this and go, oh, I didn't know about this vidIQ channel. Let me go check it out. There must be lots of value. This is social proof that everything works and has come together beautifully for you. So spend some time in your achievement. Understand what you're breaking into. Share those certificates. Be excited about it. And then look at your top performing months. What are your targets? Use that as a bit of a motivational thing. Can I reach my goals? How many more days am I away from reaching my next milestones? We take care of all that for you so that you are proud to share your successes. And when you do, make sure you tag vidIQ on your social media, so we're happy to retweet, we're happy to celebrate in your success and your milestones.
All right, welcome back to the more live portion of today's live stream. What you just saw was a pre-recorded live training. We call it live training because we're here to answer your questions. It was pre-recorded for your benefit because we fit a lot of information into a very short span of time, as you saw. So I imagine you have some questions. That was a lot of stuff. Before we get into Q&A, I'm going to make one thing clear. If your question is, how do I get more views? Or how do I get more subscribers? Or some combination of therein. Or you find a clever way to ask that, but really it just boils down to, how do I get more views? How do I get more subscribers? All I'm able to tell you is to rewind. Go back and watch the training from the beginning. And that's because that was what that whole thing was about. That's why it's about 35 minutes of information, because that is not a simple question. That is a very, very big question, and it depends on the type of channel you have and your creative process. So keep that in mind. And with that, here's how this works. All I want you to do before you ask a question is put #question before it. That helps me pick it out of chat. There's a lot of people here talking right now. There's a lot of people having other conversations. There's other folks here answering other questions. So it makes it really easy for me if you do #question. We do have our community manager helping run the vidIQ account. Big thanks to Dan. Shout out to him. He loves it when I do Q&A because I'm very brief when I do when I do Q&A. We will probably be doing this for, I'm gonna try and keep myself honest here, maybe about 50 minutes. I'm trying to do it on half hour in the next hour. So yeah, 40 or 50 minutes of questions now. And I will start with, let's see, 3D Flick is asking something pretty simple. What if I've joined vidIQ today? Can I still have the 30-day free trial? Yeah, all you need to do, if you're a new customer, it should work for you. Click the link that is down below. It'll direct you to get your 30 days free boost, and that will unlock it for you. So as long as you already haven't claimed that, you should be good. All right. So how many views can I get with shorts? Asks Samartha's Tech. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm probably not. So YouTube Shorts is a new feature on YouTube as of a handful of months ago now. And what it does is it takes videos that are in vertical or square format, and if you put #shorts, it's argued they don't really need to, but if you put #shorts in the title or the description, it should eventually rank on what we call the shorts shelf. This is on mobile, and shorts tend to get pushed to a lot of people at first they don't do much, especially if your channel's small. And then one day you log in and you find this video has hundreds of views or thousands of views. And you're like, well, how did this happen? And it's because YouTube kind of tests that content after a bit. Now, the question was, will I get a lot of views doing these? Or how much views will I get doing these? And that's the thing. There is, like everything in YouTube, there's no direct answer to that. It's not like, oh, you posted a short. Well, you're guaranteed at least X many views. It's not how it works. Some shorts could get 1 million views, and then you make some of similar quality, where the subject is similar to the last one, and it only gets 1,000 views. It's all over the place right now, and I think the reason for that is because YouTube is still in testing mode with shorts. They are going in and teaching their algorithm how to properly rank this stuff, and because of that, we're all just along for the ride. But that's why it's so exciting, and that's why it's so important, I think, to be testing shorts if they are something you can benefit from on your channel. Not all channels will benefit from shorts, but some will, and so it's definitely good to keep testing those. All right, so the editor Cody asks, how do you find people in your YouTube niche? Mine is Among Us music videos. So because of how specific that is, you want to target people who like Among Us. You can assume that people in general like music. So now you're worried about targeting people who like Among Us. So shorts could be a great way for you, especially if you're just kind of getting into the scene, to try and get a little bit of, extra eyeballs to your channel. So make your Among Us music video, make it less than a minute long, make it vertical or square, put it on YouTube as a short, and try to give it a title that makes sense to anybody passing by. Because the short shelf can be a little bit random at times. 1 minute you're watching pet videos, and the next minute you're watching car videos. And YouTube takes a while to learn about you and the type of shorts that you like. So you want people who are watching these Among Us shorts, and you want to make sure it's clear that this is an Among Us music video. Now, if maybe you made a parody of a song, or maybe it's just Among Us characters doing something to music, you have to kind of decide what else you want in that title, but you definitely want Among Us in the title. And then the hook. Your title in shorts especially needs a hook. Your title should always have some kind of hook, some kind of reason to click. But when you don't have a thumbnail to pair it with in shorts, you got to rely on your title. Now, if you're making a normal YouTube video, just make sure that, like in the training, your title and your thumbnail complement one another, and it's clear to the audience what they're going to get when they click. Okay, so JJ's Gaming, my channel does not appear in search results if I search it by name. Why? Well, it could just take some time. I've seen, and I'm not saying this about your name, but I've seen names that are just too generic, have to wade through a lot of search terms before you find your channel. One in particular, a friend of mine has the word ghost in their name, and they're a gaming channel. And I mean, I've never been able to find them in search by just searching for their channel, because people, especially in the gaming space, just love the word ghost. And it's impossible. It's just so hard to rank. So sometimes when your name is not unique enough, that could be working against you. But any name, even a unique name, will take time to rank by itself, because YouTube hasn't really figured out what the heck your channel is yet. So it could just take some time. But if you've been doing this for a bit, if you have a lot of videos, it's still not working, you may want to consider updating your name, trying to make it a little more unique, and hopefully that would fix the problem for you. So Luke Luck the Roos, maybe I'm not saying any of those right. Let's Luke or Luke. I don't know why I'm trying. The question is, how do you make searchable content if you're uploading gaming with memes? So when you make content that is like, because memes, I kind of consider that comedy. It's good that it's focused in games. It's good that if you can focus it on one game in particular, like a lot of people make Among Us memes and things like that. Try to niche down the types of memes you're making or the platform you're using to create them. So if you use Animal Crossing to make your memes, or Minecraft or whatever, just try and keep your memes to that while you get started. You don't always have to stay there, but while you get started. That's the first advice I have for you. Second advice would be to make your memes about something that's going on in the world. One example I've been using the last few days is the stock market. This GameStonk thing that's happened is incredible. It's a very big news story. It does also cross over to different interests. You have people interested in investing who are interested in this topic, and people interested in games because it's GameStop interested in this topic. So how can you bring your voice to that? It's you if you're going to be making memes, you likely already have kind of an eye for comedy. You have this talent that you're trying to flesh out. So that would be the hard part for someone like me who struggles to think of those kinds of ideas. Hopefully you have that down. You can think, oh, GameStop stonks, you know, that's a meme in itself. How can I put this on my channel somehow? And that's what I would do if you're a meme channel, a comedy channel, anything like that. You have to focus on something that could possibly get you discovered. And when you're brand new, it's going to need to be a trending event that you jump on. Let's see. FNC Luke. How do I make a thumbnail which more people will click? We do have a thumbnail course in the vidIQ Academy. If you have access to that, I would recommend checking it out. Keep your thumbnail simple. Allow your thumbnail to complement your title. One of the biggest mistakes I see people make is they take their title and they put the text of the title in the thumbnail. You don't want to do that. That's a waste of real estate. Make your thumbnail nice and clean and simple. Another big mistake I see people make is they try and cram everything from their video in one little tiny thumbnail image. You want to make sure that there is a focal point. If it's a game, I like to take a character from the game, cut it out, and then I like to blur the background. And then if I put any words at all, whoa, super chat from the Goose. Thank you so much for another super chat, the Goose. If I put any words at all, it's always an impact statement. It complements the title. So, you know what, like if you cover anything like tech reviews and things like that, that's a good example here, actually. So let's say you make videos about headphones, you take a really sweet picture of the headphones, you blur the background, you make it look great, and then the most text I would put on that is like $50, like question mark, arrow pointing at the headphones. You don't want to say, you know, the brand, make, and model of the headphones in your thumbnail and take up all that space. You want to get the thing that's going to get people to click. And if you're saying these headphones are only $50 and they look amazing, that's going to get people to click. So keep your thumbnails as simple as possible. All right, I'm going to scroll to the present. I've been very behind in chat, so I've just updated my chat here. We ask that you don't spam your question over and over. You're allowed to ask it more than once. Just ask it and then give us like 5 minutes, because I tend to stop the chat on my screen, and then eventually I catch it back up. So it's easy for me to miss questions. But if you put all of your one question in one block of text over and over again, I'll definitely miss it when I update my chat. So ask it about every 5 minutes. Please don't spam the chat. The Retro Den is asking, do you think Let's Plays / walkthrough gaming channels are still a thing, or that type of content only works on bigger channels that already have a pre-established audience? That's a good question. I as someone who plays games and plays them in different ways, can relate to this. So gaming channels tend to struggle with this, where they pick a game and they play it through. They do a walkthrough, a playthrough, a let's play, all kind of means the same thing. Basically, it's them and their audience just playing the game. They're not trying to give you the latest and greatest tips. They're not talking about any updates. They're just kind of chilling with you. This is still good content. A lot of people still like this type of content. However, when you're trying to grow, you go into that content with an understanding that this is only really for people who are already in my audience, who appreciate this content. Can you get that content ranked? Absolutely. You have to be very strategic about it. It does take more work and more energy, but you can get that content ranked. I do invite you to check out a channel I really like. It's called Pixel Riffs. He makes Minecraft videos, and he has a big, well-established audience. I will say that, but what he does is ingenious, because even though he's doing Minecraft Let's Plays and walkthroughs, he still makes sure each video is about a specific thing he did in the Let's Play or the walkthrough or whatever. So he'll be making like some kind of redstone contraption, and it'll be episode 256. Hey, the Goose! Thank you so much. It'll be episode 256, but it's not Minecraft episode 256 in the title. That doesn't matter. It's Minecraft, how to make a redstone da-da-da-da, So if you're unable to do that because you're doing a walkthrough and you're just not doing any tutorials whatsoever, it's okay. Do that, but cut in those more searchable bits of content in your strategy. Make time for it, because that's going to help you get discovered so much faster. I have multiple friends who have gaming channels, and I think at this point, I haven't talked to them in a while actually, but I think at this point they know what they're doing and they just enjoy what they do. But they've been spinning their wheels forever because they're not. Another super chat from a very long channel name, but thank you so much. Super chats are certainly appreciated, but not required. Thank you. They've been spinning their wheels for quite some time, just doing long-running playthroughs, episodes in the hundreds, and the titles aren't unique and the thumbnails aren't unique. But I can tell when I watch these videos that they're having fun, and that certainly counts for something. But I always look and go, man, if you just did that one extra thing of giving people a little more value in these videos, you could see a lot more views. So I hope that helps. I did update chat. I didn't mean to. I was going to read more of those questions up there, but let's see. All right. All right. So the toxic random says, how many shorts does it usually take for one to do extremely well? There literally is not a number. Excuse me. It's impossible to put a number on something like that. You could make a new channel today and your very first short could hit the shelf and people could love it and YouTube could see that people love it and it could go through the roof. And the next one you make could do nothing. So it could take 0. It could take 100. There's no way to quantify that. What type of short should I do from a gaming channel, asks Valley. I would take funny moments. I would really focus on making shorts that are going to get people so excited about your channel that they want to click and know more about you without begging them to do so, if that makes sense. Another thing you could do is, if that short is being played and audio isn't playing, is it still funny? Can people still detect what's going on? That is always a sign of a good quality video. And we always encourage gamers, especially, to put commentary and things like that. But sometimes you can use a game to tell a story and make people laugh. So if your short can transcend language to meaning no one really needs to know how to speak English to get the joke, and have a laugh, that's going to be a really powerful short. But yeah, do funny moments. If you're going to teach somebody something, do it as fast as you can. If you can teach somebody a concept in your game in 30 seconds, do it. I've personally tested this. People really appreciate information like that in a bite-sized form. So yeah, short tutorials, funny videos, epic moments, all kinds. Gaming is really, really great for shorts. They go hand in hand. All right. My chat updated again. Let's see. True Power says, can you help me find competitors to rank against? Seems I have far more views than any of my competitors. That's a good thing. Whoa, the goose again. You guys with the super chat today, thank you. So here's my strategy with competitors. I take the people who are the cream of the crop in my niche. Then I go for the people who are above me, but not by an unthinkable amount, right? So if you have 10,000 subscribers, maybe that's somebody with 100,000 subscribers, whereas the cream of the crop would be like the Markipliers, PewDiePies, whatever. And then I go for people who are at my level. If you want, you can add people who are lower than you in sub count, because they could be onto something too, If you're saying you're already at the top of your game, you might need to try and broaden your search somehow, figure out, because let's say, so your name is True Power. I without going to your channel, I don't know what you do, but let's say you specifically cover power supplies for PCs, right? Well, the common way to niche out, if you covered one element of that, would be to start talking about graphics cards, CPUs, PC building in general. So now you're looking for competitors that are covering your topic in a broader way. And that's what I would do. If you feel like, oh, I'm already at the top of this game, maybe it's time to niche out. So hopefully that helps. All right, so STM Plays asks, I've seen a lot of Minecraft creators stop because they are limited. What could maybe I or other creators do about that? So that is just a matter of creativity, right? You're limited only, it's Minecraft. Minecraft's the most open-ended game in the history of games, I think. It is a sandbox. So you're only limited because you're not sitting down to brainstorm ways that you could be making unique Minecraft content. Maybe you're limiting yourself because you're seeing other people do what you're doing and you're going, ah, shoot, someone else is doing what I'm doing. I can't do this now. It's burnt. Don't think like that. If everything's been done before, it is probably where you need to put your mind at when you're playing something as popular as Minecraft. How can you do it better? How can you bring your personality to it in a way that's going to attract an audience for you? So try to sit down and take stock in your channel and figure out, what could I be doing to stand out, you know, and enjoy myself while I'm doing it. Don't make videos for the sake of making videos is kind of what I'm trying to say. I hope that helps. I've gotten burnout from specifically Minecraft and making videos on it, and it really takes some time to sit down and figure out, like, what do I want to be doing with this channel? Why am I even on YouTube? All right. I don't know if I should even try to pronounce this name. True Power, thank you so much for the super chats. Again, this is free advice. Not necessary, but thank you. Zvilis VFX asks, I'm so sorry, if I make a video, top 10 expensive cars, can I use other footage from other YouTubers without getting sued or getting copyrighted? I wouldn't, because you will likely, the worst that'll probably happen realistically is you'll get a copyright strike, and that you don't want that. Maybe at least a copyright claim. You don't want that either. And now you can't have your video up. The worst, you said getting sued. Think about how expensive that would be for you. Now, so that, okay, you're trying to get car footage, right? You want to make the top 10 cars. You could get sued by stealing the footage, or you could sign up for a stock footage website that licenses the footage to you for a monthly fee or whatever. There's a bunch out there. And now you have an unlimited supply of car footage that you are legally allowed to use, and you don't get sued. So it actually saves you money. So that's what I would do. Avoid taking other people's content. The right way to do that would be to ask for permission. You probably would only get permission to use a snippet of someone's video anyway, and that might not be super helpful to you. Now you're spending all this time and all this legwork trying to beg people to use their footage. People made a profession of capturing footage of things and selling it to these stock footage websites. So get a membership from one of those and, use stock footage. If not, go to car shows yourself. And I know there's so many of those going on right now with COVID, but when things settle down again, go to car shows, take footage yourself. Don't take other people's footage. It's just not a road you want to go down. Even if, you think you have permission, it's better to just have your own stuff that you can account for at the end of the day. Joel Mex asks, is Discord a good place to grow your channel? I can only imagine you're asking that because you're thinking of going into Discord servers and like promoting your videos. So if that's what you're doing, absolutely not. Absolutely not. What is a good thing to do is go into the servers of your niche. So if you play, well, go back to Minecraft. Go into Minecraft servers and don't promote your videos, but rather pay attention to what everyone's talking about. Was there a new mod or update that everyone's like suddenly chattering about? Maybe someone has a question and you answered it in a video. That would be the only time I would say you could promote your video. Like, hey, I hope it's okay to push my video here. The only reason I'm posting it is because @so-and-so asked about this thing, and I actually covered that in a video I made. Here it is. I even linked it so it's right at the timestamp. If this isn't allowed, totally sorry. So that would be the most I would ever do, but don't go into servers and just put your video out there. The best thing you can do is research your topic before you make the video, make a video that's going to get discovered in search, and that will YouTube will promote it for you. And then you don't have to get kicked out of Discord servers for spamming your content. We don't allow self-promotion in our Discord. And it's because nobody is there to just watch other people's videos. Everybody has their own channel they're worried about, and everyone's there to share advice with one another, achievements, things like that. But no one wants you coming in there and just posting your channel, posting your videos, because it's a good way to get banned out of almost any community. All right. To those things, thanks for answering. You're very welcome. I'm here for another about 30 minutes taking your questions. We just went through a pretty long live training, and if you missed it, you want to rewind, because if your question is, how do I get more views or subscribers? That training asks that, answers that question specifically. All right, we're getting a lot of questions about shorts, it seems. Okay, hold on. I got Massacre Plays. Can shorts hit the shelf more than once, or be so popular they never leave and consistently grow until they peak? Because I have experience with this, I can say that yes, shorts can, at least right now, can hit the short shelf multiple times. I know this because I've had videos that I post and nothing happens, and then one day they get a 90-degree spike straight up in the air, and that's their short shelf time. And that'll last a few hours, maybe a day, and then they'll flatline again. But I've had it stair steps. I've literally had that nothing, short shelf, nothing, short shelf. I have that happen multiple times with a video. I've also had videos do nothing, hit the shelf, flatline, and then do the slow curve up. And I always kind of, the way I describe that is, oh, my video has found a semi-permanent home on the short shelf. I had a video hit 1 million views, and it took several weeks, but it hit the short shelf initially. Then it did nothing. Then it did that slow climb. And as soon as it hit 1 million views, it flatlined again. And I don't know if it was coincidence or because something in their algorithm had 1 million views there. Like, hey, if something hits 1 million views, we probably look at it. And then it hit the shelf again, but just in a much, much, much lighter way. So yeah, but again, shorts come in all shapes and sizes, and you just never know. You could make the best short in the world. I have some that I'm really proud of, and they just didn't get the traction I thought they were going to get. I thought I made the funniest video. I thought I gave it the perfect title, and it just kind of went, and I'm like, the heck? It's so random right now. We have DCU Studios, who's one of our moderators, asking people keep subscribing to my channel out of nowhere and then never watch my videos. I have 1.3K subs and an average 50 views per video, except for shorts. Thoughts? I mean, it can happen. I wouldn't worry about it. I say that because as somebody who has my own personal channel that I make videos on for fun, people in the vidIQ community find it sometimes, and I've been noticing that same thing where I'll get some extra subscribers. And I'm pretty confident they're not watching my videos because I haven't noticed an uptick in views, you know what I mean? And also, I know that people are probably just doing it because maybe they want to check it out at some point, but they're not really thinking about it. I'm not worried about that. If people want to subscribe and not watch my videos, I can't control that. You know what I mean? So it's great that you have over 1,000 subscribers, but don't sweat it if you're only getting 50 views per video. Make every video for people who aren't subscribed yet, and always be inclusive. You know, acknowledge your subscribers. Don't pretend that no one's subscribed to you, but make videos for people, because every time you make a video, it's a chance to get seen by someone who's never seen you before. So invite people to understand who you are and what your channel's about every time you make a new video. The subscriber number, because you can't control things like that, sometimes I've seen people complain because they'll get like live stream rated by bots, and the live stream numbers will shoot up and then they'll go back down, and they're like, whoa, no, what does this mean? What did I do? You can't control that. These numbers are not going to matter at the end of the day when you go to measure your metrics and figure out what's working and what's not. So the subscriber number, while YouTube puts it front and center, is the most inconsequential metric on this whole platform. It really, really, really is. We at vidIQ have over 700,000, approaching 800,000 subscribers. and there are 185 people watching this live stream right now. What did we do wrong? Why aren't there at least 100,000 people watching this live stream? But that's just not how it works at all. People have a lot of channels they subscribe to, you know? And there's no way you could keep up with all these channels. That number slowly accumulates for the average user. And there's just no way YouTube could possibly recommend all the videos from people they subscribe to, and then all the new videos that YouTube knows this user loves this type of content. They're going to love this video. So don't sweat the subscriber number. I know it's something we all look at. Once you get 1,000 views and 4,000 hours of watch time and you've hit monetization, you've unlocked the community tab, I challenge you not to worry about that number. Thank people. If you hit a milestone, if you hit 5,000, if you hit 10,000, throw out a community post, say thank you. Thank you so much for being here. You can acknowledge it, but don't sweat it. Don't let that number control what you're doing on YouTube. Trust me. That especially with shorts now, that number is so inconsequential. Now, you said shorts. I should have started with that too. People are subscribing for shorts from shorts because when you're on your phone, the subscribe button is bright red at the bottom of the screen and so easy for people to click. And I think that's what's happening. People are hitting subscribe like, yeah, I'd watch more from this person. Yeah. Well, YouTube is probably just using that as validation. Oh, wow, you like cat videos so much that you subscribe to the last 4 cat video channels we sent you. That must mean you want more cat video channels. Well, maybe you want more of that particular person's cat videos, but that's not how it works. So yeah, I have a ton of subscribers from shorts too, and it hasn't changed a lot on my channel in terms of views on longs or live stream concurrent viewers or anything like that. And that's totally cool. I just think it's cool that many people at one time in history said, yeah, I like this person, subscribe. That's what it means to me. All right, that was a very long answer. Let's scroll to the bottom here. Make sure to put hashtag question for your question. All right. I have not seen this word in a long time. Drifting71 says, about COPA, or COPA, whatever you want to say. What if I record gameplay videos of Among Us without voiceover, plus only background music? Excuse me. And I have to put my channel as for kids, or not for... So you're asking, should you put your channel for kids or not for kids if you play Among Us? I mean... that's more up for you to answer. I'm not a lawyer. I can't say what you should and shouldn't do. If you're not trying to target kids with your videos, then you can put that it's not for kids. You certainly better not be lying about that, because that could get you in trouble. Among Us is a game about having imposters murder people on a spaceship. So you could argue that because of the type of game it is, it's not for kids, regardless of what the developer thinks. So I do some research without me. We've actually got a COPA playlist on this channel. It's been a long time since I've even talked about this, so forgive me, but we have actually talked with a legal expert, at least at one time, about, you know, how it all works. So I encourage you to go check that playlist out and answer your questions using that, because me just sitting here trying to remember, this was an issue 1 or 2 years ago now, so it's just hard for me to remember all the details. All right, let's see. Alexander asks, aside from SEO, how can a video get exposed by YouTube again after its first views? I think those first viewers are helpful to YouTube's algorithm for figuring out, hey, like, how good is the retention on this video? How good is the click-through rate? Things like that. But that's certainly not the only time a video can get views. I just think that it's a matter of making a video that people are actively looking for. So, forgive me. I have to do coffee, then water. And I'm out of coffee. So, your video could get exposed again simply by just being a good quality video. YouTube looks at it. They see that the impressions are good, the click-through rate's good, it's getting comments, so a lot of engagement, and it's getting good retention, and YouTube will then push it to more and more people. So, yeah, your first views are likely coming from your subscribers. You know, they see a new video come out from you. Maybe they have notifications on, so they watch it. And yeah, that's an indicator for YouTube. but they're going to do what they do with it. They're going to say, okay, you said you made a video about, coding in Python. So we're going to put it in a few places where people are searching for that type of thing. And we're going to see if it gets clicks. And from there, it's up to, it's out of your hands. You just got to give your video all the tools it needs before you hit publish. All right, let's see here. I'm seeing a lot of repeat questions. Be sure you're not spamming the chat. This would be akin to asking, how do I get more views and subscribers? But IT Kai Dunya says, I'm working from 5 years, but I still have 70 views per day. What do I do? I'm doing all the SEO things you said. And I would encourage you to go back and watch the training if you missed anything, but I might say it's time to, if you've been doing the same thing for 5 years and you're just not seeing the results you want to see, it's time to take stock in what you're doing on YouTube, do some research, figure out either A, what are people who consume your type of content excited about? Like, how are your competitors doing in the space? Are there a lot of people covering this topic? What could you do to cover it in a different way? How can you stand out? Or B, there's a chance that the topic you're covering just isn't very popular. That can happen. I know as a gamer, that's something that I've struggled with. I'm playing a game. I'm excited about it. I'm doing everything I need to do to get it discovered. It's not getting discovered. Why? Oh, it turns out the game just isn't popular. Maybe it's an old game. Maybe it's an indie game that's super niche and super specific, and they're not doing a lot of marketing behind it, so no one's really searching for it. So there's a lot of different factors there. All right. Trying to find some questions here. I keep losing them in chat. Forgive me. All right, I'm gonna try to read this one out loud, but there's a lot of numbers here. So I'm gonna say your name is Trehas45. Says I was having 100 subs, then one of my videos went on trending. It gained 30,000 views, and I only got 200 subs. So you gained 200 subs after it got 30,000 views. And now you have a total of 300 subs, and it's not growing and not getting views on your videos. This kind of goes back to what we were saying earlier. People will see one thing you do, and they might subscribe. That number is kind of holding you back mentally. You're kind of holding on to it like, okay, I have 300 subscribers now. That should mean I get at least X many views. Maybe you think it's 300. Maybe it's not that, but maybe it's half, Don't worry about that. Worry about your next video and how it's going to get seen by people who are, computer notifications going off. Worry about how your next video is going to be seen by new people who aren't subscribed to you. So take the video you made that got 30,000 views and really dig into it. How was the retention? How was the click-through rate? What kind of thumbnail did you do? Did you try a different strategy? Did you title it differently? What were the search terms that people used to find your video? Learn everything you can from that video so the next video you make is the follow-up to that. You're doubling down on it. You're making a similar thumbnail. You're doing similar things to the last video, because that could gain you another 200 subscribers because it gets another 30,000 views. Worry about that. Don't worry about, oh, shoot, all these people subscribe, but they don't actually watch my videos. That number is, maybe I just need to go on a campaign, a crusade, to get people to stop worrying so much about that number. I love my subscriber count too. I am the same way as you guys, where whenever I get another 100 subscribers, I'm like, holy cow, another 100 people. That's so cool. But you have to put that out of your mind. You have to separate it from your content creation process, because it will hold you back, and it'll have you making crazy decisions about the content you make, because you're like, okay, well, I want to make a new video that gets seen by new people, but I know that 300 people subscribe for this other type of video, so I need to now make both of these types of videos so my 300 subscribers are happy and these new people might like it too. And it's just gonna put you in this numbers mindset. That doesn't help creativity thrive. Worry about being creative, worry about learning from videos that do well and improving them going forward. All right. We got about 15 more minutes. There are so many questions. Okay. Question. How come when I make a video that's popular, if I make a sequel, it's only worth tenth the popularity? And if I say, hey, there's a sequel in the even if I say, hey, there's a sequel in the original one. So what I've seen, Pigmaster, is people do this by making an episodic like Let's Play series, or just episodic content where you put out the first episode and it gets a bunch of views, and you're hoping people will now follow you on this journey you're going to take them on. So you say, this is episode 2, 3, 4. I've seen what you're saying happen over and over and over again. It's why I've been on another crusade to beg and beg and beg people to stop using episode numbers in their content. Make every video stand on its own. If the second video depends on the first video, start the video out with your hook, get people interested, and after your hook say, by the way, there is another part to this video. I'm going to put it in the card right now. If you want to see how I got to this part of what you're seeing on the screen, be sure to watch that. Anyway, let's jump into it. Spend almost no time promoting that first video, but make the second video in the series stand out on its own in every single way, in the search, in the thumbnail, in everything. Don't spam it with the number or anything like that, because that's going to get people to go think about episode 20. Think about the person who finds episode 20. Oh my gosh, I got to watch 19 more before I'm supposed to watch episode 20. Ugh, don't do it. Trust me. Let your videos stand out on their own, and give a small plug. Link the playlist. By the way, there's a whole playlist of these, guys. Go check it out. Again, Pixel Riffs is a great model for this because they've been working in various Minecraft worlds that have been progressing over time, over several episodes, but each video stands out on its own. So each video has the potential to get seen in search. Even though it's episode 257, it can still be seen and enjoyed by someone who's never watched anything in the series before, and that's what you want to do. Unhinged Predator says, is ending a short on a cliffhanger and encourage people to watch the long, full version, good or bad tactic? This is a matter of personal opinion, but I'm going to say it's a bad tactic. I want to give people kind of a reward for clicking on my video in the first place, right? I want people to feel like they got value out of watching the video I've made. So if I tease them in my short as a way to promote a longer video, I'm not really doing that viewer I'm doing that viewer a disservice is what I'm doing, because they took the time to watch. They were getting invested. Video ends, watch the long, sorry. But the YouTube short shelf isn't designed like that, at least right now. If you're watching this, if you find it on the short shelf, you are watching these videos they're basically strung along this line of videos that are not linked together in a lot of ways. Maybe you get on a roll and you're watching Minecraft short after Minecraft short after Minecraft short, but there's no guarantee that your Minecraft short is going to show up after your Minecraft short after your Minecraft short. It could be yours, someone else's, someone else's, someone else's, maybe yours again, someone else's, someone else's. So you have that working against you, and they're already on a roll. They're swiping through these shorts, and now you're trying to give them a cliffhanger. And you have a couple seconds to say, hey, over here, click this instead of going to the next short so you can watch my long video. But that audience isn't interested in that. That's why they're watching shorts in the first place. Maybe they're on a train. Maybe they're just on their lunch break and they just want a quick laugh or two before they go back to doing what they were doing. So yes, I think it's a bad tactic. I think you should be making your shorts stand on their own, just like I was saying about the episodic content. Make these videos stand on their own two legs and get people excited about just who you are because you make good videos, short or long. Maybe they'll subscribe. Maybe they'll come back and check it out. But at the very end of the day, they still like you because you gave them some value in that one little tiny video. Don't use them as a promotional tool. YouTube is going to see them kind of like swipe away and the retention will be low, and YouTube will pick up on all those signals and then it won't recommend your short. So it'll just be all for nothing. All right. All right. I'm seeing a lot of similar questions that I kind of already answered, so I'm going to try and skip ahead here. All right, so Pigmaster asks, how do you make normal content into evergreen content? Kind of a tough one to answer. An evergreen video is a video that can be, can come up again and again and again in search over a very long period of time because it withstands the test of time. We have a few evergreen videos at vidIQ. We know a bit about this. My latest evergreen video would be my gaming 2021 video that I did. So at least for the year of 2021, I'm pretty confident, based on the statistics of the video today, that that video is going to get a lot of views all year long. You go into evergreen content with a plan. You don't take a current video and wave a wand and then make it evergreen. That's not how it works. You make an evergreen video by being very, very aware of what you're doing in the moment. And you make sure that you don't put dated references in it. You make sure that the title and the thumbnail and everything indicates that this is good information almost no matter when you're watching it. So our evergreen videos, I'm sure, because we do a lot of stuff on YouTube, and YouTube is an updating website, an ever-updating website, even our evergreen content will eventually be less evergreen. But yes, we do get those videos that hit 1 million views over the course of many, many months because we did that going in. We knew that, hey, this video, this is something a lot of people are searching for, and maybe there's not a lot of information on it. So we can capitalize on this, and we can help people for a very long time to come. All right. Gosh, the questions are moving so fast here. What should a gaming channel do for the first video? I would stick to keeping it simple. Do some simple tutorial, or just do some research. Figure out what the most common problems are, what people are most excited about. Do an update video. But yeah, it's kind of up to you. Depends on the game. Okay, so I'm seeing a couple here I want to answer. So Luke Does Everything says, how much is one public watch hour view? Because I have nearly 800 views, but only 3 public watch hours. I thought this was, now that I read that out loud, I actually don't know what you're asking. One public watch hour view. You might need to rephrase this question because I'm not really sure what that is. Excellent, dude. So the community tab glitch. Do you have any data from the channels you work with that may be exploiting the glitch? I have some opinions about the YouTube community tab glitch. In terms of data, we did our own tests. We didn't see anything amiss on our end. Everything was working as normal. So we did what the Spiffing Brit asked us to do, and that community post didn't seem to be any more or less impressive than any other community post. I did my own test on my own channel, not the same way that Spiffing Brit did it. I did it my own way, and that poll did as well as all my other polls. I've been going around telling people my opinion on this, and again, it's my opinion, but I don't think the community tab is broken. I think that the community tab was underused, and the Spiffing Brit makes this point too. They did an update video if you haven't seen it. But because not a lot of people are using it, and it's always been a promotional tool, some people were seeing a lot of success with it because there's a lot of open real estate. It's kind of like shorts. A lot of people are getting a lot of views from shorts because in actuality, we talk about it all the time, but still not a lot of people are using this feature yet. YouTube hasn't fully rolled it out, hasn't given it its full marketing push yet. So over time, shorts will be harder and harder to rank in because more and more people will use them. So I think it was the same way for the community posts. I also think that YouTube isn't broken when your community posts get seen by somebody who doesn't know who you are, because they're likely seeing it since they have an interest in your type of content. YouTube says, hey, this Minecraft guy posted a poll, and this viewer here likes Minecraft content. Maybe they'll like this Minecraft guy's poll. And that's a good thing. That's just another place where you get promoted. So I don't think there's a glitch. YouTube even answered the Spiffing Brit and said they're going to look into it. But because so many people jumped on board on this trend, he even kind of laughed and said, I think we fixed it because now so many people are using the community tab that it's now an even playing field. So in any case, it's real estate. You should absolutely be using it. Yeah. So I will. The last thing I'll say is tune into tomorrow's episode of Tube Talk because it is mentioned in there. All right. Let's see. Venom Gaming asks a very strange question. I want to react to that vegan teacher reacting to other people reacting to her. If I react to a YouTuber reacting to another YouTuber, do I have to mention all the YouTubers? I would. I don't know all the rules behind reaction channels. I know they're a thing. I know there a lot of people do them. You credit everybody for any content you're using that's not your own. You got to add your own spin to reactions. I know that. You can't take an entire piece of content and just stare at it and add nothing to it. You should cut that content up to the funniest moments so you're not showing the whole person's video, and do your reaction, and in the description say, this was me reacting to so-and-so who was reacting to so-and-so and so-and-so. Yes, it's more work, but that is such is the life of a reaction channel. Axie asks, what type of videos have more value, shorter videos or longer videos? Depends on what you're covering. My example I always use is, because this actually happened to me. I was at a family game night. This was before COVID. And I wanted to bring a board game over, but none of us had ever played it before. I had just picked it up. So I'm like, well, we need to know how to play this board game. So I did a search, Sheriff of Nottingham tutorial, and a couple different results popped up. There was one video that was probably, I don't remember the time, so I'm just going to make them up. So maybe it was 20 minutes long. And then there's another video that was 10 minutes long. I remember it being a significantly shorter video. Which one am I going to click on? It's game night. We just ate dinner. It's late. I need this information so we can start playing our game. I don't want to sit through a 20-minute video. Did that person get more watch time? Probably. But this person who made a more recent video that's a lot shorter probably gives the same information in a more condensed package. I'm going to choose that one. Now, if you're doing, I'm trying to think of an example of a video you'd want to be longer. I'm sure there's plenty you guys can think of. If you're making something and you're not really teaching how to make it, it's one of those satisfying videos where something is coming together. Maybe it's a sculptor or something like that. Those videos could stand to be a lot longer because people are kind of mesmerized by it. They want more, so give them more. But yeah, really depends on just the type of content that you're making. All right. Will this live stream remain on your channel? Yes. After this is over, you can go back and watch it from the beginning. My voice is terrible on camera. Is there a way to fix it? I'm going to assume you mean the quality. Voice and cameras and things, it's all an investment. We always tell people if you're going to spend on anything, it should be a microphone. So yeah, that's how you would fix it. Getting better equipment, getting better software, and watching some tutorials too, so you learn how to properly use that software. Let's see. Game Time says when I upload videos and I get a 45 out of 50 SEO score and use vidIQ tool, why aren't I getting 50 out of 50? Without seeing what's going on, I don't know. I would take a screenshot of it and send it to support@vidiq.com and they can help you answer that. But yeah, I'm not sure why that would be without actually taking a look at it. Please don't spam the chat. Your question will not get answered. I have a couple more minutes here, and then I'm going to have to go, and I have a lot of other work I got to do today. Old Sport says, I started a channel, but I'm using a game that isn't popular right now. Is that a bad thing? Well, you're kind of, if you're saying isn't popular right now, I would say you're kind of taking a bet, right? So you think this game's going to be popular. That's why you're covering on your YouTube channel. So set yourself some metrics. Set yourself some milestones. Say, okay, I'll use like an example of a fake indie developer, right? So indie developer is making indie game and you're all excited about it, and hopefully one day it gets popular. So say in a month, the game should be updated to the certain point. Like the developers usually have a roadmap and they'll say, so try to use that, but give yourself time frames. And after a certain point, when you feel like I've made a bunch of videos, the game itself still isn't popular, then it might be time to move on or re-strategize. Maybe you see your competitors having success with it. Now you're analyzing your competitors and, doing the whole thing. But if the game just isn't getting the tools it needs to grow, your videos won't get the tools they need to grow. So when you latch onto a game like that, you need to be willing to make your bet on it and then back out. Don't get any sunk cost fallacy. Just say, okay, I tried, but the game just isn't popular. It's not what I hoped it would be. All right. I will answer one more question. And I know I hear our community manager saying, yeah, right. One more. Thank you guys, moderators and everyone for keeping chat in line. Oh my gosh, I can't pick a question. I shouldn't have said one more because I can't pick now. Okay, hold on. Maybe I'll answer a couple more because they're short. Is an animation channel hard? Yes, animation channels can be very difficult. We covered one in our channel audits yesterday. I don't remember exactly when, but you should go and look. We found an animation channel that was doing a lot of really, really unique things. They were taking advantage of shorts. Animation channels can be really easy if you know how to stay on top of trends and if you study up a little bit. But yes, they can be very challenging. We do understand that. And then someone just said upload frequency. This really depends on you. I tell people don't upload daily, pretty much no matter who you are, because you can get burnt out. Find a balance between your real life and your YouTube life, and find a way to make videos consistently. I would say at least one a week if you can. But if you can't, if that's still too many for you, that's okay. Let it be okay. But don't burn yourself out. Don't upload an obscene amount of videos at a pace that you can't possibly keep up with in the long term. People have school, people have work, people have lives. So allow yourself time away from YouTube, and that's how you'll get the most quality out of the quantity of videos you're making. I hope that was good enough because I am shot. I know there's more channels coming in, and a lot of you want your questions answered. There's a great place to do that. It is actually the vidIQ Discord server. We have a whole bunch of experienced YouTubers in there and newer YouTubers in there as well. And everyone is having conversations, asking questions, and ultimately we just have a really, really awesome community of folks in there who are there to help. So the Discord was just linked and pinned at the top. So please go join the vidIQ Discord if you have not already. It's not a place for self-promotion. If people self-promote, they get kicked out pretty quick. However, because of that, it's a place of extreme value. If you have a thumbnail and you're like, is this thumbnail any good? You can post it in our thumbnails channel and people will give you feedback on that thumbnail. If you have a title and thumbnail combination you're trying, or maybe you're experimenting with some different keywords and you want some opinions, we have an SEO channel. You can go in there and you can post, here's the tags I'm using. A lot of them aren't ranking. What do you guys think I should do? So it could be a very good resource for you. It's open 24/7. And it could be really good for you guys to get in there and get your questions answered, hang out with a bunch of YouTubers who are on this journey just like you. This cat, man, she knows when I have this thing and I do with my voice, I guess, and she knows when a stream is wrapping up. That's why she's here right now. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you for your super chats. Thank you to our moderators. I see Zenzanaris is here in DCU Studios. Magdalena Helen. I know Dan H is here, our community manager. If I missed any of our moderators, I apologize. I'm scrolling up. I'm not seeing any moderator names. So I'm going to say that those who are chatting right now are our moderators for today. Andy is here. Andy, thank you. One of our moderators as well. Cool. Thank you, everybody. I will see you for Tuesday channel audits, I believe. And yeah, we'll catch you next time. Have a great rest of your day. Stay safe. We'll see you later.